Aloha, it's Myrra coming to you from the west side of Oahu. And today we're going to be talking all things Pantone for our mid-year beauty and fashion update. This year is the year of Mocha Mousse. And when I first brought you some of that beautiful color of the year action, we introduced you to, oh, hang on. We're going to take this one out and we're going to add her. We introduced you to Mocha Mousse, and here I am from early in the year with my gorgeous Mocha Mousse look. And it's a warm, velvety, luxurious tone. It's very easy to wear. And I've been showing this color in all of my makeover updates in my online product information. I've been talking about this. I've been doing great makeovers with about 10 different people who I've featured on my social media and a bunch of different clients. And let's see, here is another update. So Mocha Mousse is right here in the middle. And you can see that there are a lot of great shades in here. Today I'm wearing Chocolate Martini, which is one of the colors. And I'm going to share with you a presentation that, well, let's see, first, so this is another shade of another shot of the look in a little bit different way from the beginning of the year. And I'm using these colors right here. Big mahalos to whoever put this together. I believe that I got this from Makeup and Ministry. So thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And this is how I've been showing it. But they have some updated palettes that we're going to talk about today. And big thank yous and mahalos to Lisa Bitts from Exactly for putting these together for me. Let's see if I can get to the side. So we've got our Pantone color of the year. As you can see, it's one of the middle sections right here. It's a warm color. This is very neutral. And this whole slide here is very like, hi, this is beige. And this may feel a little bit boring. It's either going to feel like a relief that you don't have to figure out what you're going to wear, or it's going to feel boring. Let's see if I can get it so I'm a little bit smaller. Let's see. Wait, nope, that's not it. All right, here I am. Here we are. Here we are. How do you do? Okay, so we've got our slide here. Cannoli cream is another one I'm loving. Safari is one I have a lot of in my wardrobe. And I was really excited to see the Pantone update for the two palettes we're going to talk about today. And the look I'm wearing today is this Mocha Mousse color of the year look that's based on the new palettes that I'm going to be showing you and new ways to remix this beige favorite. So, Floral Pathways. This is my absolute favorite one of the group. And the reason why is that these colors come out a lot and they're spring colors, but they're not so like in your face Easter pastel. In fact, I've been wearing these spring now going into summer, and there's a fashion term going around called soft summer. And Mocha Mousse is in the soft glam, which means that it's glamorous, but it's not necessarily like out there in your face, black, gray, very graphic. So for Floral Pathways, let's talk about the descriptive words. So this palette, this feels like an English garden. This feels like a nice walk through a garden. It's soft, it's fresh, it's feminine, but it's not overly feminine. These are colors that you're going to find for both men and women. And some of the suggestions for colors are things that I'm like, oh yeah, I love these. I forgot all about them. Now our palette, let's see. Our previous palette, we had Shy Blush in here and we had the Biscotti. So with the Floral Pathways palette, we're just going for, we have Biscotti, we're adding a little rose gold, which is what I have done right here on the inner corner of my eye right here. Let me just go right here so you can see this more. So I've got rose gold right here, And then I have my dusty pink right in here. And then we've got, where is my thing again? Let's go whack one slide. Can I make this bigger? There we go. I don't know if it's bigger for you, but it's bigger for me. And then we've got our mahogany. So these colors are just all really fun, really well balanced. So rose gold, dusty rose. I did hint of pink as my cheek color today, and I'm going to do some striping for some of these shades because these are really gorgeous. And how do I get back? I'm just a Gen X girl working on my technology, but that brings me to the colors. Okay, let's see if I can find what I want. Okay, so colors, lipsticks. Let's talk about lipsticks in the palette. Now, we've been working with our Rich Truffle, which is the true Mocha Mousse color of the year. I have been loving this. It has been an absolute game changer for me. And of course, our Downtown Brown, one of the most iconic colors in Mary Kay history, so iconic that when a beauty influencer tried to remix it and make it, Mary Kay said, no, you don't. You can't do it. And she said she couldn't do it either. So they brought it back. Now, so here's a shade that I've been totally enamored with. And this one is the Casual Rose right here. So Casual Rose is another, it's not in the Mocha Mousse palette per se, but it's in one of the new palettes. And then we have our Mauve Crush, which is the one I'm wearing today. These are all really good complements. So here's our true Mocha Mousse, and then here's some things that are sort of in that color family that you'll love to wear. So let's go back to our presentation. And let's go all the way back. Wait, can I be in here too? All right, I'm going to be right in here in the corner. Okay, so we've got our Casual Rose. The other thing that I didn't talk about that I'm in love with is Plum, is Boho Plum. You can see that all the way down here at the bottom. How do we do this? Okay, so Boho Plum, Casual Rose, Mauve Crush. All of my lip choices right now are not long wearing. And I'll tell you why. Because we have great waterproof lip liners that you can pair with all these colors. All my choices right now are moisturizing. And that's because I am really embracing the whole idea that makeup doesn't have to be permanent, that it's something that you wear for an event, that you put yourself forward, that you add a little bit, and that you're really embracing what is natural about your makeup. So back to Floral Pathways. My accessories today are in the Floral Pathways. They're rose tan. I've got a rose tan manicure. I've got rose tan leather accessories. And I've got, let's see, let me be right here. Rose tan vegan leather accessories and these fun earrings that came out of my personal collection. Sometimes when you're a fashion hoarder, it pays off. This one is new for me. I did get it at Nordstrom recently, and I just love, whenever I go into Nordstrom, I end up in the, I guess I call it the small luxuries department, scarves and headbands, and I like big clips and stuff like that. So I got that, and I got this in a couple of colors because I'm trying to do my hair down in the back, but still push out of my face so that it doesn't get stuck to me. Okay, so those are great choices. In fact, let's go and look at the looks. So here we go. Packed in her compact. This is the look I have on today. Rose gold, dusty pink, and mahogany. Pretty great. Here I've got my rosy nude cheek, which I did right here and then in here. And then I'm in love with this bronzer, you guys. These bronzers, they're limited time. They're back and available as of right now, the end of June 2025. Get them while you can. It's an amazing product. And the great thing about Mary Kay's bronzer, I learned this from Lori Hogg last month, so I hope you got to tune in to her event that I hosted in May. Our bronzers are not a yellow undertone, so they're going to be more flattering for more different shades of skin tone. You can get it in that's the medium glow that was in there. You can also get it in deep glow, which I happen to be wearing today, and you can get a golden glow one. Let me see if I can get that. I've got my compact. So what you just saw was, here's my perfect palette. It's packed with a look and a bronzer. And then we've got our professional palette, pro palette. And this has got a few more things. So this has got all of the bronzers in it. So medium glow, deep glow, and golden glow highlight. And these are some of the cheat colors that coordinate with our color of the look, our color of the year. Now, so let's talk just really quickly about shopping your closet for accessories. I am doing this thing where I am trying not to buy clothes and stuff. If you know me, you know it's going badly. So let's just see what I found in my look or in my closet to go with my floral pathways. So in my floral pathways collection, I found this great, it's not quite vintage, but Gucci scarf that I got secondhand from the Real a couple years ago. I didn't pay very much for this. This has got both the mocha mousse in it, and it's got the rose tan. So love this. Works really well with the brown color I'm wearing. And the reason why I'm wearing this chocolate brown color is that this is one of my expert colors. And when I had my make under a couple years ago with Patsy from Embracing Your Essence, I learned that black actually was kind of overdoing it for me. So I'm going to softer neutral colors. Okay, so let's talk about some other, this isn't the layout I wanted. Here we go. So we have our rose tan and mocha mousse Gucci scarf. So look in your closet for some things that are in that kind of a thing. Okay, and I just dropped what I wanted. And recently, this is what my children and husband presented me with for Mother's Day. Gorgeous scarf in this with a blue undertone, and it's got some greens. It's got lots of things going on. Yes. And I'm not being paid by any of these luxe brands, but I'm totally into it if you are. So call me. I already own your stuff. And then for accessories, my current favorite phone case is Cannoli Cream, which is one of the, and you can see down here at the bottom, what shade does it call it in Floral Pathways? Gardenia or Cannoli Cream. And then I've got my most favorite casual bag, MZ Wallace. I actually have two of these. I got a black one last year. And this is a fanny pack, shoulder bag, crossbody bag. And I didn't have anything like that. And this is kind of in the color of gardenia, or you could really call it the Cannoli Cream or safari type color. So it's in that family of colors. So I've been really obsessed with anything kind of beige or cream colored for bags, which is a little different for me. And then let's look at our uniquely balanced palette, because this one, I love this. Let's just get full screen with this because I cannot tell you how much I love this palette. So this to me screams summer and fall. And you can see our mocha mousse right in here in the middle. We've got this great peach, which is very reminiscent of last year's color of the year, which was peach fuzz. And we've got some really lovely purpley tones, teal, mustard yellow, and then a brick orange, which is one of my go-to colors and always has been. I don't know if you guys know this, but when I was color matched as a kid, as a teenager, as a 20-something, I'm a fall. And so that is definitely my palette. So let's talk about the look suggestions for this particular thing. I'm gonna go full screen again. Downtown brown and rich truffle are definitely stars of the show here. So you have your rich truffle, your downtown brown, but also your berry tones in here. And the thing that I thought was really interesting, the palette suggestions that were brought up are these ones. And look how beautiful this palette is. So you have, oh, it's getting a little blurry. So you have your sweet plum, you have your candlelight, you have your moonstone color, and then I put in our highlight and contour bars from the regular line. This is the lightest color highlight, and I can't remember its name. It's the one I use, and then the contour is in latte. It's also a good substitute for your hazelnut. So if you're wondering, so this is a great, this is a great palette to wear year round, but if you need a little bit of brightness in your life for whatever reason, I love the aesthetic of the design thing here. I don't know that I ever do my room like this, but man, I would love to stay in this Airbnb or go to this conference center. So let's see where we're at. Okay, so we talked about some great pops of color. And if you're thinking to yourself, hang on, let's put her back in here. If you're thinking to yourself that you would really like to do, if you would really like to do family photos this year for maybe your personal family or your extended family, and you're not sure what colors to do because so everyone celebrates Christmas, some people are going to send it out in the fall, I would pick one of these colors. Particularly, I would pick teal because teal looks great on pretty much every skin tone. It's going to look great on. So, okay, now here we go. This is the very last slide for this presentation. Oh, wait, but I want to go back before we connect. All right, so let me show you some of my accessories for this palette. And like I said, my closet goes deep on these because even though these aren't traditional fall tones, I guess mustard and the mocha mousse and the brick orange is. I found some great things in my personal collection. So first and foremost, this scarf, which is kind of giving all the trends. It's got some of the floral pathways in it. It's got the uniquely balanced palette. And this was actually a gift from Mary Kay. I had forgotten all about this. It was in my closet in Idaho. And when we went to go pack up our house, when we went to our nephew's wedding, I found it. In fact, my friend who was helping me was like, I love that scarf. And I almost gave it to her, but I was like, no, I need her. I need her in my life. I forgot all about her. So this is a great cotton scarf that's kind of got everything going on. I think I'm going to pair it with a dress in the cannoli cream color in like a kind of an ivory color like this. This color right here would look amazing with that, and it would be nice and light, and it would be a good way to showcase the color without trying to go matchy-matchy. I also found in my personal collection these Kendra Scott earrings, which were some of the first ones that I bought. And I've got a little oval adjustable necklace. And I spent a lot of time trying to go matchy-matchy with these when I first got these. So my suggestion is to really use the Mocha Mousse palette for what it is for, which is creating a nice soft landing place where all of these colors can shine out. And then you can add some really bright, fun color like this to what you've got going. And then as far as bags, obviously you guys know that I love designer and I'm deep into the Gucci and Louis Vuitton era. Of course, those work really great with Mocha Mousse, but here's some really great ones that I found. One of them I bought recently at Nordstrom in the small luxury section for not very much money. Oh, this is a fun bag because I tend to carry totes all the time. Look, it's got its dust cover in it. But this is a great one that you can just put a couple of things in and be able to take out of your bigger tote, especially if you're traveling. This is an important one to have packed in your bigger bag. And what is the designer on this? I don't even remember. And then mustard yellow. Let's just talk about my deep and abiding love for mustard yellow. I found this in my collection, and I got this on clearance somewhere. But this is a great pop of color. In fact, it looks great with the dress I'm wearing in the chocolate martini color. It looks great with denim, with black, with all kinds of things. And it can be a really interesting way for you to make the most of your collection. So if you enjoyed this presentation, let's make sure to connect. And I am booking appointments both in person here on Oahu and virtually for color updates. I would love to connect with you, and you can go to my personal website with shopping to be able to try on any of the shades that I recommended virtually from the Myrra app. And that's about 67% accurate. Well, maybe more like 69% accurate. And thanks to my customer, Michelle Day, who tested that for me during the pandemic with her regular makeup look and sent me a picture to show me just how accurate it is. So that's everything. Aloha for now. Goodbye.